How D Cod Ray. Let's switch back to normal mode. This is a different archival lane. Lifetime. That was the name of this seed. Last played in November. I think I backed this up. Yeah, I backed everything up when I installed. I know what I'm doing. Come on, Minecraft. But thank you. Thank you for... yeah, Alright, yep. I left it here. Okay. Let's head outside and we'll start this where it's quiet. Okay. Oh, this was the lifetime seed. The word lifetime with a capital L. One word. And I picked this word because world. Blip. I found the seed at the time from online. You know. And I picked it creative test. Okay, we're in okay. Yeah, I'm a carrot wielding maniac. Okay. Yeah, found the seed, liked it because I'll show you here slowly. This is a peninsula surrounded by quite an extensive ocean. I'm just going to say ocean. That's an interesting question. Is there salt water in Minecraft? It might just be all fresh water. Hard to know. Yeah, I'm trying to think of all the animals that live in there. Certainly some things are freshwater, some things could be either. You know, dolphins, there's freshwater and saltwater dolphins, but, you know, they don't really... Anyway, yeah, I spawned in around here somewhere. Maybe it was up... Anyway, regardless, yeah, this is a nice peninsula. It's got a Woodland Fortress. Kind of at the neck of the peninsula. This is a rather round peninsula, so it's kind of shaped like a head. So at the neck. Yeah, and this is a nice village on the peninsula. But until I loaded this up, I hadn't checked, or I didn't know what Amplified would do to this or how it would affect it. But I started right around here someplace. So, like, I think the first night I spent in this pre-made house. No thanks. You can just burn. Okay. So yeah, I may have spent the first night in here, and since then I've yeah, I slept here for a little while. You know, pre-made bed is nice. Use this as my home, and this is my main mine entrance. And I've kind of turned it into a mushroom farm down here. It's pretty bright, but the mushrooms still spread slowly. So that was kind of my starter home, pre-built. But my more natural living situation usually is mushrooms. I like living in mushrooms. And this one is now safe from predators. There might be tiny predators. Oh, and we're back down here. Entrance to my main mine. There's another crafting table. Forgot about that. Convenient. Yeah, so... Oh, I don't even have a bed in here. I think I used to. I think I was sleeping in here for a little while. Is that a noon? I think that's a noon chime. Yeah, so this is pretty safe from mobs, but yeah, so yeah, we'll go into the mine later, but I just made a kind of secret entrance down here. Not so secret. I mean, you can see the ladder from here. Llama. Trader. Oh, I do have emeralds. Don't know if there's anything I need, but I might as well just check. Yeah. Okay. Just wondering if Nautilus shell. Don't really know. I don't know if I need anything. Nice to meet you, dude. Okay, so yeah, so the druid lived here probably for a couple years. Most everything you see will have been built in survival mode. So yeah, the story of this place, though, I guess I should come back towards this house. Started, as I said, over here. There's a starter house here as well that I've turned into a cartographer's, kind of a map-making house. Yeah, and then there's a few things here and there that I've done creative, but for now, let's focus on the story. Yeah, but pretty much as soon as I walked in here, I noticed what the Amplified had done to this. Shouldn't be too surprising. This peninsula is taller than it would be otherwise. Makes for steeper hills, but it also makes for more of these kind of floating plateaus. And yeah, as soon as I came into this village, it was a pretty cool, I've put these brooks in. It was a pretty cool village with a few villagers roaming around. But the problem I had was, yeah, you guys are noisy. I'm gonna back off. As soon as I started, oh shoot, I just was like around them for a little bit. I wasn't even doing anything specific. They started falling off edges. Pretty much on all sides of this village. They'd walk right off an edge and fall. And sometimes they'd be okay, but they started frequently dying. And yeah, pretty soon the village, I think, just emptied. I think they all died, so I don't know, maybe there were a couple left, but the fact that they were dying meant that I was just going to be losing them, and they probably wouldn't stay viable for long. So the first thing I had to do, I wasn't intending this when I made this world, but is put fences around all of these platforms in the village. And even out here, there's space to live, but I think it's too far from the bell. The villagers don't really come out this far much. So these more distant edges aren't as much of a risk. And even here, there's a good example. I lost 3 hearts. And if they're eating things, I think they heal up. But the main thing is if they fall down this far, it takes them time to get back up. So, hey, there's my lighthouse. Neat. That was built from scratch. The sand was there, so I thought it would be a good place for a lighthouse. I gotta remember that I need to worry about dangers. Because the sun's setting. But as long as it's setting, I figured I'd show you the lovely lighthouse in all of its glory at night. I've seen, I think I spotted a hermit craft with, what are they called, the redstone lamps? You can set up redstone, so it's a cycling, blinking light. But I kind of like the look of this pretty well. Yeah, danger. Yeah, maybe I'll go get in the water. Perhaps if I want to focus on what's going on, I should switch to creative. So I've basically inhabited this whole peninsula because my focus by necessity was health and safety of my villagers, having to build safety fences everywhere. I've spent a lot of time moving in and around, and so there's a lot of tunnels and oh, that doesn't go anywhere. Huh. I don't know if I was just mining or yeah, a lot of tunnels and hidey holes and some different areas for me to sleep if they're, if I need to. Actually, that's probably the wisest idea, is to sleep a little bit. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Okay. Alright, that should make it a little bit easier. So, yeah, stuff like this, people would just fall off the side, and then they'd walk back up and fall off again, and eventually they'd die. That's no good. So, yeah, the first big project was running around and just get safety fences, and sometimes that involved terraforming because, with this being a sloped hill, they could wander off the side. So this prevents them from doing that. If they wander off here, they just fall that far. I guess that looks like a danger there. But it doesn't have to be 100% sealed. In fact, I like the natural risk to some extent. You just need to keep the big bad problems from happening. So, anyways, I've gone around and built these like lighting fixtures, lampposts, that might be a good way to phrase it, and some spiral stairs. Oh, this is my rainbow sheep farm. That's kind of noisy. But if you die... Oops, I fell in. Oh, I did the carpet thing, good. Yeah, you can dye sheep, and then when you shear them, you get colored wool, and the craziest part of that is that they sure look white when you shear them. But if one of them will eat some grass, well, this is silly. They regrow the color you dyed them. It's like tattooing them, basically. It's somehow like subdermal. Seems strange. Yeah, here's another bed that I was sleeping in while building this. So yeah, built a couple spiral staircases. This one near my rainbow sheep farm so that I could gather wool of every color. And I've put a waterfall in the center. Some of this is based on urban planning principles. There's a list of kind of features that make for good... Oh, are you stuck, man? Oh, geez, sorry. Man, I hate hearing them hurt. Yeah, so... Oh, design features for public spaces, especially parks. There's a list of things, I think it was about 8 features that are important for parks, and if you hit all 8, it makes for the best park. And then there's, you know, some things to avoid, like sunken parks aren't as good because people like good sight lines in parks. Anyways, but yeah, some of those features that are important are some water, greenery, lighting. Oh, ouch. Yeah, I'm not going to remember them all. I'm not going to try right now. Places to sit. Probably shade? Sight lines? Anyways. So, yeah, this is kind of my farming terrace. I've put in kind of a fake river here to provide water for all the farms, fairly even distributed, and I got pretty much all the crops I could gather growing someplace, including the watermelons, and I guess I might as well grab those. And yeah, the paths, the kind of packed paths were already there. I don't even think I could make those back when I was playing this. I think they added the shovel the ability to do that with a shovel later. So then these wooden pathways I put in to connect some of these floating plateaus, and I had to add, you know, fencing. This was a floating plateau. Turn this into my cow farm, my cow pasture, and circled it with fences. This is another house here, but man, this is too noisy to sleep in. Yeah, with all the mewing. Mewing? Mooing. Oh. Yeah, I'm not gonna go down there right now. So, yeah, this is kind of my cow pasture. Yeah, more experimentation up there. Some color theory exploration. We're gonna come back here later, but now, where do I? Let's see. Nope. Am I gonna? Okay, that's good enough. So, yeah, so we've got the farming district here, and then, yeah, a pretty typical way for me to build a base is to just dig into a hill. Just dig into it. And I wanted a nice big space to stretch out, so... Excuse me while I water my melons, or melon my waters. Yeah, this is the second spiral stair, and the waterfall makes for another way to get up and down. So yeah, the one stair here, there, the one stair here. But these are a nice vertical connection technique, and I placed the two of them where they are to get, you know, some of the best vertical travel I could. This one comes from, you know, the top of my plateau where a lot of the villages. These were already here. I built that purpur one from scratch. Yeah, but oh, you guys having your meeting? Huh. Yeah. So I pretty quickly dug into this mountain. Probably best if I go down over here. And initially I thought of this as my main entrance, but it's... Yeah, this is a nice secluded cave. I got a golem here guarding it. Yeah, so this is kind of my main entrance. I think this is where I started my dig. And this is my place. Yeah, I'm kind of a pack rat here. Just got chests. These are all my dyes and wools. I got a nice little fish pond here with a few tropical fish. My waterfall that I can look out of. And travel up and down a little bit. Yeah, and for a while I lived here alone, but then... But then all these guys... Well, I had a bed, this bed. This was my bed. And I'm gonna take it again. Oh, but don't get the Rona sleeping in the same room as all these guys. But yeah, what happened was I slept in one of my other beds at some point, and then I couldn't sleep in this one because one of the villagers had moved in, just walked in through my door. So yeah, this is kind of my front door. This is a passage down. It first passes under one of these spiral stairs. I've just extended it slightly. This is kind of the base of it. Back here. Librarian? Cleric. Yeah, I think that's what I meant. No, it's what I meant, but it's not what I said at all. Is it? Anyway, down here, there's a little drowning hole, I guess. Where is... Here it is. Here? No, that apparently I just mined out. Oh, this... That's right, I also connected it with a cave here. This is a natural cave. Not important currently. And... Here we go. I was cutting through. So we got a little dippity up down there. Anyways, that continues on and connects. It goes under this under the valley down there and connects with that mine, my primary mine. Mine? Anyway, so this is all my main gear. I still haven't moved it, even though I don't sleep here much anymore. These guys keep me awake. Oh, maps! We can talk about maps. These are some treasure maps. Those aren't really important. I'm not even sure how close they are, but this is a pretty good overview of, well, I guess if you really want to see it. Yeah. If you really concentrate, if you clear your mind and focus on the input that your ears are receiving, you might be, and think, if you think about it, you might be able to figure out why I moved out of here. Oh, it drives me crazy. Anyways, yeah, so this is our peninsula that I described as a head. And the white squares are the spiral staircases. That starter house I showed you is, I think, up in the woods here. I think you can't see it. That may be the map house. There's my lighthouse. It's pretty obvious, probably. And then, yeah, this is the Woodland Fortress, and that is big. I might do an episode where I just clear that out. Because originally my intent was to clear that out and move in there. But being distracted by saving the villagers, never really did that. But yeah, I've built the docks out. I think there was one here, but I built the rest of them. I'm not sure. Anyways, there's that purple house up on top of the plateau that I built, and I'll show you this on the top of the hill at some point. But anyways, so yeah, this is zoomed in. Then these are zoomed out to different levels. You can see this peninsula zooms out to here. And I flew around getting a lot more of the surroundings, and then it zooms out further to there. And you can see the southeast, there's some snowy regions, whatever. The treasure maps, not really important. Some lava down there. You can see some mushrooms around. Anyways, a lot of this terrain and features is natural. But so what happened? I was sleeping here, but then one of these guys slept in my bed, so I couldn't sleep in it. So I made another bed, and then another villager moved into that. So pretty soon I started making more and more beds, and now this is just group living quarters, man. When the census comes by, we gotta count all these people for them. I've got a nice patio. You can see the Woodland Fortress over there. And yeah, you can really see what the Amplified does to the world. Part of the reason I wanted to do Amplified here is that the ocean keeps it in check. I mean, it's not going to be tall in the ocean. It's going to maybe be deeper, but I don't think Amplified makes your bedrock deeper. It's still going to be the same depth to the bottom of the world. Although it might make the lakes a little bit deeper. It's just more likely to hit the bedrock or whatever. Anyways, so yeah, the Woodland Fortress, which I've been in a few times but haven't cleared out. So we'll go up the scaffolding here. So yeah, there's a lot of guardians around. Back up here, this is our farming district. This is the center of town. This is pretty much how I found it, with the three little kind of stands, shopping stands, vendor stands, and a bell. Where's the bell? There's the bell. Let's see if we can send him home. Anyway, so yeah, the first thing was to build all these fences to try and get them to, protect the residents so I wouldn't lose them. Now we're obviously a bustling metropolis because I just kept adding doors and beds and expanding the farms. I needed some of this for myself, but yeah, you guys are annoying. But the existing houses weren't enough, so I dug into the mountain and started building more group quarters. So these are apartments. Each of these has just one bed in it, and a lot of the residents live here. And we've got this floor kind of at the level of the main plateau, but then we've got underground, we've got a kind of mall area where a bunch of them have workstations. Hey, little guy. I hear a kitty. Oh, this is annoying. Yeah, more apartments, and I've given them each a window looking out. Yeah, I think I built it so all of them have windows. Is that true? No, it's not true. most of them have windows. Yeah, some of them look through a lot of rock. I think some of them look to interior spaces. This one looks out on the bay. Oh, I must have had a spare map or something. Yeah, this is the kind of bay where the fishing area is, the docks. So yeah, and this connects back here, and then, well, let me go this way. It's getting dark, but well, I guess I could sleep. Let's see if there's an open bed at the end here. Sure. I don't even see the sunset. So yeah, the golems wander around all night, but now that I've slept here, none of the villagers will sleep there. I kind of like that there's a view of just one column out there. Yeah, some nice modern lighting built in. Anyways, yeah, this was supposed to feel more modern, and there's a walkway to the town square there, or the gathering area, market, whatever you want to call it. This, that's right. This isn't really finished, but this I was building and then didn't really use for anything. But upstairs I was playing with some kind of rainbow color theory stuff, looking at the terracotta patterns. Those were new while I was living here. This little bit of dirt is natural here, but I've obviously built all this around it. Do I have a way to get out here? Sure, cool. So this is the top of my mountain. It's a pretty good place to look down. I got the... Well, I didn't mean to do that. I got the scaffolding here that goes down to the sheep farm. The sheep farm's over there. Anyways, this is the one we climbed up for. This is an unused space, but I was just playing with colored glass and stuff. It was all new to me. I guess since I connected that stair, these guys can walk up here. But yeah, there's that Woodland Fortress. And yeah, I've put these lampposts around. Varied the style occasionally. This up here is dangerous. Like this guy seems stuck. Is that two of you? I can't get him to move, but alright. Ow. Yep. Okay, so yeah, this apartment complex, this entrance covered with vines, but anyways, yeah, there's a... Now, I guess we'll see that from outside later. Also connects out here. This is my waterfall area. Waterfall. I think I poured that up there. But it falls down to a puddle that was here, and I broke the edge of the puddle so that the water falls. That's the waterfall I can jump through from my area. And I think there's... Can I connect with this? Well, I can go down if I swim up. Yeah, that's one of the windows to an apartment. This is another window to an apartment. And this is kind of a walkway that gets to the waterfall. That's the door to my place, so I can just jump in here and swim up, which is kind of nice. Mobs don't do that, really. I can also get out easily there. I can see through it to see if it's night or day. And I've also made this staircase. This is kind of a back door. And a quick path down to the docks. And I built the stair. These pathways were here, but in many cases I extended the pathway with walkways and stairs. I hear a llama. Hey guys. Orange tulip. I'll buy one of those. I don't know if I need it. Probably around somewhere. But yeah, so a lot of these walls and fences I put in the hopes of protecting my villagers, but in some areas they don't come too often. I think I put that mushroom on the dock just to be able to sleep out there occasionally. I suppose I could show you the lighthouse. This is the library. I still have not put any stairs in the library. I don't like those noises. Trying to build some architectural principles right into the design. Often you wouldn't have these logs stick out like this, but they can, and they kind of demonstrate how this was built. The floors are made of these long timbers, resting on other long timbers, and then on top of these we've got wood floors. So yeah, no stairs in there, so there's no good way to get... Or did I put a ladder in? Nope. There's no way to get up and down. No good way to get up and down in there, but... that is the library. I always meant to put stairs in there, but... still haven't. So yeah, the sheep... We're back at the sheep farm. Here's another building that was standing when I moved in, and... I've slept here a few times. Ouch. Then there's kind of a natural tunnel here. Yeah, there's some cave systems running around. And yeah, down here's the docks. Oh, another copy of my maps. Which... Oh, this is a big zoomed one. Yeah, so this is probably the biggest view. This tiny peninsula here is everything I'm showing you. This was not creative mode. Or, sorry, whenever I want to say survival, for some reason I say creative first and then realize the mistake I've just made. This was a lot of flying in creative mode. The smaller maps I made in survival, but once I had done probably that much, I think I did like, yeah, this may be 4 maps here. I'm sure I did those by walking around in survival. And maybe I did 9 in survival. And it, especially in here, it takes a lot of time jumping up and down the really tall hills. And yeah. So that was probably what prompted me to start using creative mode in this world. My normal playstyle is just to do survival, but another place to sleep. Added some more. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Added some more farms down here, and I guess out on this peninsula I can show you another shot of the fortress, and then, yeah, the extreme amplified hills. This little peninsula was natural here. I think I built this dock, but this was here. It's getting dark again. And yeah, this is kind of my sugarcane area. I thought it would be cool to kind of have a little waterfall here and make it kind of a marshland spot. Yeah, we'll go down there in a bit, but yeah, when I built that, oh yeah, steering. When I built that house, I was trying to make each side look like a face, so it's kind of a mouth of open teeth and then 2 eyeballs. It's not very clear, but it's also not very important. So this is not a sleeping space. I built these docks to connect these little path areas that still remained. Oh, this doesn't reach my lighthouse, but that's kind of the point of the docks. The lightkeeper could just boat out here when he needed to. So yeah, here's my library. What? I thought I had a door here. Huh. Not sure. Down? No. Okay, for a second I thought I put in an underground. I must have just put that there. That's weird, it's not on the side of the dock. Anyway. Maybe the elevation. No, because I could have started the spiral stair. Anyway, this is the spiral stair to the lighthouse. This would be a lot faster if I had put in just a ladder. I put in kind of just a standing platform on each side with the idea that, I don't know, they could be lookouts or arrow slits or whatever. Yeah, and then this is the light. I guess I don't have a bed up here. I thought I put a bed in here, but Not a super impressive lighthouse. Certainly not from the inside, but spider. He is our hero. Get rid of. Ow. That was easy. Does look pretty nice from outside, though. I like how the spiral worked out. Oh, creeper. No. So this is my back stair towards the lighthouse, and it runs all the way up by my sheep farm into the far end of my living quarters. And we've got more maps. What was I accomplishing? Oh, these are distant lands. That's right. I have a whole nether hub, don't I? So from my nether hub, that's gotta be a separate episode. I've made in the nether, I've made railways in all 4 directions, and I think one comes out in the east by, maybe it's past the desert. Let's see. Yeah, they aren't on the map, so I think the east is just past that desert. There's really no overlap, to be certain. If you go north, well, I don't see that either. That's got to be off the top of the map. If you go south, you come out there. If you go west, you come out here. Actually, I think I built that island. Yeah, it was in the water. Oh, this is a different scale for Northport. Why did I do that? Maybe I was trying to see where it connected? Oh, this snow up here. Or it could be off the top. Anyway, we'll look at that some other time. I'm not sure how long I've been recording. I've just been talking straight, so. What? Oh, there's a cat. I thought it was something flying. This is another shortcut, yeah, to my patio, my deck. And from here we can get back, or this cuts over to the waterfall. Nope, my pond. Well, the waterfall, yeah. So, the other thing, let's see, oh my, cool, nobody slept here. I guess where we'll end it is where I intended to move to. If we come down to the lake, yeah, we'll do the nether hub in a separate video. And then maybe the clearing the fortress is a third. So, yeah. Also, in this hut, one bamboo. Yeah, I'm gonna put Orange tulip. Good. Okay. Down here I got a secret entrance to the solitary quarters, which I have built under the bay. And what I did was I started this in survival, but I switched to creative once I died a few times. I kept drowning myself down here trying to clear the water out. But what I did was I started by ringing this island with sand. By dropping it down on the edge, I was able to create a wall of sand around this whole place. And then my intent was to fill the inside with sand and then clear it out. But like I said, I kept dying. So I have finished this place, and it is beautiful. I like seeing the kelp just waving in the sea currents and the squids, fish swimming around. Got a jukebox down here, but yeah, I've just never really moved in. The walkway goes under the dock and comes out to here, and then I've also got a secret entrance here that gets me into the bay. And it tends to keep out enemies. On the other side, I've got a ladder down. I think I was intending to make this a storage room underneath with a few entrances. And out this way, I've got the entrance to the sunken pyramid. One more exit. Yeah, this is a bubble elevator, which is hard to stay centered in, but that gets us back up to the docks, which is kind of nice, and that doesn't have any function. What? Okay, there it is. And nope, not the bubbles. And then here we got a downshoot. Which gets us to door keeps the water from, yeah, Minecraft. Love it. Keeps the water from all falling down here. This is another connection to my mines. I think this is a natural cave. I think this may connect with the mines. Or not. We may just be ending the episode soon here if this leads nowhere. Oh, come on. Oh, I was going to maybe show you a couple things in creative mode anyway. So we'll do that. Get that flight going. So, yeah. That's my peninsula. A lot of it is still pretty natural, and as I found it, like I haven't done a lot of terraforming, except that safety stuff I was mentioning, and I expanded the tops of the plateaus a little bit, but these I've grown. These are jungle trees from elsewhere. I wanted to be able to farm the different types, so as I found them out in the world, I brought them back here and planted them. Yeah, I guess I didn't go to this end of the village. I had to build a little bridge here to connect these two plateaus. This was a natural separation between them. Built this purpura house. Little modern one. We got a stone cutter and a grinder that live together there. I assume they're gay, but I don't really know. A purple house together. Grinding. So, yeah, this was a little weird back way I had to get to here. Broke a window to get in. But we'll do that later. So yeah, a lot of this is still natural. I mean, these floating trees and stuff, never touched those. The lava was there. Pretty sure I did that. Another way down from that plateau, but yeah. This I made. The top of my waterfall. Yeah, there's a face. This is a pretty good view of the apartments. My place. The library. Oh, and yeah, the top of the library is enchanting. Guess I didn't come over here. So yeah, that's my enchanting table there. With some stuff for that. And this is kind of where I bring in my farming stuff. And this goes up to the complex and down to my place. I guess it's sleepy time again. This was a little auto-equip feature, so that if I died, I could just hit a button and it would spit various tools, shields, armor out, and I could just run down them to pick them up. This is my sheep farm here. But yeah, I was doing a little bit of experimentation with color theory. Trying to create a color wheel in Minecraft is hard because this is probably where I should finish, not start. This was a measurement thing. I forget exactly, but yeah, color theory. So maybe I started here. There's certainly a gradient scale from black to white with gray. Oh, I didn't want to do that. No problem, eh? Gray and light gray. But then it's tricky because they use the RGB as well as the CMY. So, but then they also have kind of like extra colors almost. This should be its own video too. This has been long enough. This is maybe the best I could do though. So the basics of this, you get white opposite of black. But then you kind of end up getting a phasing shift from light to dark to light to dark to light to dark. Yeah, it's kind of complicated to work all this out. But part of what I like about this is it gets black opposite of white. It gets red opposite cyan, which are opposite on the color wheel. It gets green opposite magenta, which again, it gets blue opposite yellow, and then it just kind of fills stuff in between where they fit, and brown ends up feeling weird. But stuff's weird over here with the lime and the green and the cyan and the yeah, it's hard. Anyway, yeah, we can talk about this stuff more later. Something somewhere's good. But yeah, I do really like this peninsula. Now that I've made it safer. And I like that kind of from the highest point, there are areas that drop down, way down to some of the lowest points. Even here, you've got a height that just drops down. And at the bottom, I've put... Oh, this is... Yeah, this connects underneath, so this I was thinking could be a ladder all the way up and down. But I think I decided to skip it when I realized that the caves connect to... Not there. Here. So yeah. Back at the mushroom farm, near the starter house, and we've never completed this minecart track, but this goes all the way down to close to bedrock, and then we've got paths leading most directions. underground ravine I forgot about. But we'll maybe see more of that when we do the nether thing. Might we? Yeah, because I think some of those connect to the nether. Well, that's lifetime. That is lifetime. This is my portal island. Wanted a kind of hidden portal, and I wanted it just enough away from other stuff that I wouldn't be hearing it all the time. But again, we'll go in there when we do the nether. That's the world I was living in. And you know, when I say a few years, I don't mean that I was playing this nightly or anything. That's just, you know, where I'd spent some of my time alone. This or playing Magic. Just gathering up supplies. Doing the things. Yeah. I guess we're done. We should be done. I should have been done a while ago. But now we're done. It's all good. I guess we finish. Yeah, I'll just step in here. The library. The basement of the library. Alright. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Where's another one? Insert catchphrase here.